Hi guys, this is Chip from Mystery Angels. Thank you to everybody who has commented. So I've heard a lot of things about this Mr. and Mrs. Share, and not too happy with them, so I'm looking into them. I've asked my safeguarding officer to have a look in to see what exactly crimes they've committed, because I'm not allowed. Because I'm not allowed to speak to people like criminals like that, with criminals and stuff. They can look into it. Doesn't matter where they are around the world. So they're looking into it. So I'll let you guys know if it's true or not, what everyone's saying. So everyone's asked me, they've sent me this and asked me to, what do I think and feel about these people? Well, I don't know. I don't know them. I'm only going on what I see them do, right? So I don't know nothing about them, don't know nothing about the past. I've never watched none of their material or nothing like that. So we're going to watch the one that people have sent me, right? And they want my full view. Now, remember, guys, I'm not interested in adults in this. It's the kids and the kids alone, right? But if it's true what I've heard about these two, then God help them. Right? So before anyone wants to spread any rumours, I have autism learning difficulties. Never been on drugs, never been arrested, never been in prison, never been on alcohol at all. I'm not an alcoholic in any way, shape or form. I don't take drugs. I've been expelled from school because in our days autism learning difficulties wasn't out then. I was put into care when I was young, abandoned 3 times by parents from the age of 5 to 14. I was put into care from the I was with, had an abuser from when we were young. So we were put into care, and I'm with a service dog. I have autism and learning difficulties. I have ADHD and OCD. Yeah, and that's me. And I don't have a filter, and things are black and white to me. There's no in between. So don't go on what I say, because like I said, it's just black and white. It is and it isn't. That's it, plain and simple. There is no bull in between it. So someone said to me, I think you need to see this, Chip. And I went, why? And he went, because these are accusing people of apparently having silver spoons in their mouth because they're going against them. So I said, okay. So I've never seen this before. So I'm going to do it with you guys, and then I'm going to let you know. I'm hoping they're going to watch this so they understand me, right? And understand that I ain't interested in any adult here. This isn't about the adults. It never was and never will be. This is about the failure of adults to protect them children. This is about Summer. And yes, arguing's not going to help Summer come back, but neither's lying. Neither's pretending to tell the truth. Neither's pretending to forget. Neither's hiding the truth or twisting the truth or trying to make it different. Right? That ain't going to help Summer neither. Now, what would help Summer is whoever took her come forward and explain why you did it. But even, look, people are saying, oh, people on weed and drugs and stuff are nasty people. Most of them aren't. There is a few, but most of them aren't. And there ain't no way whoever's done this wants to go to prison. Because trust me when I say, it doesn't matter who you are, you're the lowest of the low if you rape and hurt babies. The lowest of the low, and you will never be accepted in any society, criminal or none. Just making that very clear. So when you take a child's life or do anything to a child, remember this. The world doesn't accept you. You're not normal. Another thing is, I don't like it when people hide behind the Bible like it's their get out of jail free card. It's pathetic. And I'm talking about paedophiles here, and people who they say, oh, but I've changed. But your past has harmed people. What you've done in the past has harmed people. Them people you've harmed, just because you changed, doesn't mean their world will ever go back to the way it should have been. Not now, not ever. You take something away from someone, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. Before you harm someone, you should think about what you're about to do, because you can't take it back. And the only people you should be asking for forgiveness for is the people that you hurt. It's pathetic if you think a judge or, I don't know, society or anybody's got the right to decide whether you should be forgiven or not. Not even God has that right. The only person who has that right is the person you took from, regardless what it is. I'm not being funny. Your actions hurt someone, then the only way you can be forgiven is by that one. No one else has the right. No one has the right to tell you you're forgiven. No priest, no God, no devil, no one. The only people are the ones you hurt. So when you sit there and go, but I've changed my life, I've moved on. You might have, but your victims haven't. These children, these four especially, and the boys are going to go through hell forever. They can't be innocent children. Do you understand that? All you lot out there that hurt children, do you understand that? Regardless, oh, I take drugs, it's my fault. I've seen people who take drugs and love their children and would do it. I've seen women in prison, but they dote over their children. And they give them to their parents or aunties or uncles or someone to protect them because they love them that much. People use drugs as an excuse, alcohol as an excuse. I know alcoholics that have got 5 children and they love them to bits, and them children don't even know the parents are alcoholics. They keep that away from the children. But they've got a beautiful house. Both parents work. But they need drink to survive because of all the hassle they've been through. It's your behaviour. And the only ones who can forgive you for you to move forward are the ones you hurt. Those poor children, you're sitting there saying about done this and done that. It doesn't matter whether they've had anything to do with someone's disappearance or not. It matters what they've done to these children. What kind of children have they done? The mental abuse, the emotional abuse. It's not about, I ain't got no money. That's not true. If you had no money, why would you pay £600 on a Subaru instead of £600 on getting your daughter dancing lessons, on getting her a nice bed, a comfortable bed, a nice comfortable bedroom, fix up the house? £600 a month would fix that house up in no time. You had neighbours, you're part of a church. They would have gladly all got together and helped you. Your neighbours look the type of people. Tennessee looks like the type of people, if you say, I need help, I can't afford it, this is my home, can somebody help me build it? This is all I've got for my children. They'll be at your door like that. There's no excuses. None. So I've had my rant, so let's get on with it. Ready? Okay, so they want me to watch this. So I'm going to start it. Oh, I've got to get close. Oh, ow. Oh. Right, are you ready? Guys, this close enough? Oh, too short. Try that. Hold on. Alexa, shut my light.
Okay.
Right, so here we go. I have got a card. I'm just got to work out how to do it. But like I said, I'm autistic, so it's going to take time. But thank you guys for being patient with me. So for now, we'll just do it like this, okay? Are you ready? Now, remember, I haven't got a filter, so I'll apologise if I lose it. Guardian's with me right now, as you can see. So if I get upset or anything, he can stop me. He stops me saying bad words and stuff. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Trey, woo woo!
Welcome, Beth.
Okay, you guys, wow. I know a lot of you were watching that, whatever that was.
Okay, before we carry on, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is definitely sounds like an abduction," and I understand it, and I get it, but it's been made very clear, and even by these two, that the police haven't got nobody. Everybody's a suspect. But nobody is a person of interest. So that means that they know who the suspects are, but there's no one so far, and it doesn't look like a kidnapping. And to be fair, we're not experts. They are. How many children do they check every day and missing kids and stuff? So we've got to believe the authorities over us, if you get what I mean, when it comes to that, because we don't know what they've got. We can only go on what we see. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I don't know these people from Adam, and Eve. I don't know them at all. So I'm just going to go on what we see today and what they say today. Okay.
And to watch it. I wish I didn't watch it, but I had to. Hey, Galen. Okay, so really quick, I will repeat. The mods, please, is crazy today for attacking, so your jobs are probably like cut out for you tonight, but same thing. Open minds.
Yeah. People are free to disagree, just as long as they're respectful.
So, okay. So, what is respectful? I don't understand what respectful means exactly. Are you allowed to ask questions? Are you allowed to say things like, Don, I don't think it's okay for you to have your 5-year-old child next to you, considering you've had these allegations against you? Is that not being polite, or is that being polite, or do I have to say, hey, Candice, please, thank you, but you're a bad mum? I don't understand what is respectful. Because I thought respectful is the way you say things like, excuse me, but let me ask you a question. Any of these people that harm children, Don, Candice, anyone, are they respectful to their victims? Do they sit there and say, oh, Summer, don't do that, please? Or blah, blah, don't do that, please? Are they respectful when they take their rights away to be children? Is that okay to be respectful, is it? I always got told by my social worker, you earn respect. If you respect others, they will respect you. That's what I always got told. And then when they told me what respect is, you treat people the same way they treat you. So if they say bad things about you, you can say bad things about them. If they say good things about you, you be good to them. If they're bad people, then you say they're bad people and don't be frightened to say it. So out of all them, who's the expert in respectful then? What's the rule of respectful? See, I believe everyone should have their say, but as long as they do it where they don't harm others that are good people, if that makes sense.
If they're name calling and saying nasty stuff,
And yeah, and incriminating.
What's nasty stuff and Alexa, what is incriminating mean?
Incriminating is a form of the verb incriminate, which is usually defined as to accuse of or present proof of a crime or fault. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for incriminate.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to say you were arrested for drug running because you'll kick me off. But that's not fair. So really, nobody can say anything against what they feel or think about this case because you have stopped us. That's not fair. You're allowed to say what you want. Why can't we? That's not fair. It's
And
not
then,
right.
Yeah, they gotta go.
Does anyone know how old stepsis is? I heard 3 years younger than Dawn.
She's exactly 5 years younger. She was 5, he was 12 when it started. Then he went to prison. She was 11. He got out and she had a friend staying over and she screamed and ran into her mum and dad's room. He ran out and hid, and then his dad came and saved him and stopped them calling the police. You're welcome.
Yeah, and I heard like 5. Felt like it went 10 rounds last night.
It's been a crazy 24 hours.
24 hours, is that all you've been doing this for? Oh my God. We've been doing it for now 50 odd days.
Oh,
Phil.
Dr. Phil.
You're guilty.
No.
Oh, sorry guys. I lost that. Darn it. Give me a minute. Okay guys, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. You ready?
You right? And he was editing to put up. Doc.
Let's go back to where we're.
I mean, everybody can have their opinion. We more take issue with, going in under the guise of being your buddy and then turning around and stabbing you in the back.
Are they talking about Chris? He is an ex-police officer, a retired police officer. Don is a registered criminal. He's looking for Summer. Why would he be buddies and best friends with Don and Candice? That doesn't make sense. And even I know that police officers are nice to you and stuff, but they're never your best friend. They're just doing their job.
Sorry. I believe if Don or Candace hid Summer's body, she would have been found already. I truly feel that in my heart. I do too, Charles. I just don't see it. Like.
That's your opinion?
See that.
You're allowed
Candace
it?
is really eaten up. I don't see it. I don't see things as acting. We got to be on a video call while they had a tip called into them. I don't think there was any faking their reaction to that phone call that we got to witness.
Yeah.
There's no way. No way.
Yeah, like I've said that if I hadn't talked with Candace, but if Don...
Because you two are both human lie detectors, right? And have been on the force for how many years have you two been on the force for? Or been in like the army or the special forces or the police force? Or I'm just wondering how many years that these two have become experts to make that assumption. Or is it just their opinion? But if it was, wouldn't they say, oh, it's just our opinion, but we don't think? But they didn't say that. They said, oh, I believe they wouldn't. Well, that makes you an expert then, right? That makes you know. So I'm giving you a call out now, guys. Voice behind the wall. I'm giving Mr. and Mrs. Share a call out. What do you believe has happened to Summer? What is your opinion? What do you believe?
Don is guilty. He is a phenomenal actor.
I'm not being funny, but does this guy know about groomers? Does he know that the P's and the CDs and that, does he know that they are very, very good manipulators? And that narcissists and Don's age, do they know Don's age and how many years he's got away with what he's done? He's not a good actor. He's very good at being Don. He's got to make people believe. He trained himself from young. He's got to make make people believe he's innocent in stuff. So if he picks the wrong child and the child comes out and tells a school teacher, like say a 5-year-old would, oh, I sleep with my daddy, daddy cuddles me and he touches me, the teacher's going to know straight away. They're not going to be like these teachers that are in Sunday school where they all of a sudden go deaf when children are trying to tell them they're being touched by someone. They all of a sudden go deaf, dumb and blind. These are school teachers. Oh, wasn't it true that it was only a couple of weeks before summer was starting school, where it'd be teachers that you couldn't control, where it's not going to be like Sunday school or anything like that. These are going to be real teachers that have been trained to see if children have been abused in any way with their behaviour and stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Do you guys know that? Just saying.
Sorry, I'm texting Don.
Oh, Don, if you're watching, hey man.
He's going to drive to town so he could call in. He was sorry that the interview cut off. He just wanted to say hello and thank you for the people who are at least just listening and to the ones who are supporting.
Oh, Beckett, you.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the crazy train.
Woo, woo. Please tell him to stop talking to Chris. I believe he's blocking Chris. What I think Chris is doing, and this is something Don and I were talking about tonight as the interview was going on, I said,
I don't understand why they're having a go at Chris. Chris is there and he's got a load of things under his belt, right? He's not like just a normal person like us. He's been doing this for years and years and years and years. And he knows the most fantastic people. He is teaching people all around the world how to be better police officers, to get the bad people off the streets. And yet they're having a go at him. Why? Have you had bad things happen to you with police officers then? Can you answer that question? Anyone of you's been having bad things with police officers and you just want to take it out on Chris? Because I haven't seen anything he's done. He's been polite all the way through. He's been honest all the way through. He's told Don that all he's there for is for summer. He says it very clearly on a number of occasions. I'm not here to make friends. I've got enough friends. I'm here to get the truth out and get summer found, if he can. I don't understand why you two are angry with him. It makes no sense to me. You don't like the way he tricked Don, but we don't like the way Don behaved with his children. I don't understand. Don's an adult. He can take care of himself with Chris. Why does he need you two to back him up? Because I'm not guilty. Chris can come in any time he wants and ask me any question he wants. I've got nothing to hide. And if they've got nothing to hide, what's the problem? I don't understand.
Chris is dead set you want to, like, clarify things. So there's what I'm seeing with Chris's interview is he's pushing Don's buttons, because what is the first thing he says before he starts? Don's probably listening right now. I know Don's probably watching this.
Right, but he has to press people's buttons so he can get the truth. He's looking for a 5-year-old child. Somebody out there could be the person who's hurt her. So of course he's going to press. He can press my buttons if he wants. Press any button. If you're innocent, you can't round me up. If I'm innocent, you can't round me up. It doesn't matter what you think you can do. You can't round me up if I'm innocent.
And then push. Why? He wants to upset Don because he knows that this is eating Don up. And what does Don want to do? He wants to defend himself. So
why can't he defend himself? I don't understand. It's not like he's got autism or anything like we have. So why, he's an adult, he's an old man, why can't he defend himself with Chris? Him and Chris are near the same ages. It's almost like you've got like, you're in school and you're on the playground and you've got a bully that has people around him, and because they're scared of that bully, they bully the other kids. And then you have somebody else like Chris who comes along and says, stop bullying them. What's wrong with you? Are you being bullied at home? Are you being abused? Is that why it is? And then the bully getting angry and then everybody attacking Chris because he told the truth. That's not fair nor right. Chris has his opinions just as much as we have our opinions. So shouldn't he do his own podcast or his own YouTube video the way he wants to? What gives us the right to judge how Chris gets the truth out? As long as at the end of it, see, Mystery Angels have never ever said we're going to find somewhere or our evidence is going to find somewhere. Never ever. We've never said Don or Candice is guilty or not guilty. We're just discussing what we think could have happened, the possibilities. That's why it's called a mystery. Doesn't have to have facts. A mystery, it's a mystery. But what gives you two the right to tell Chris what he can and can't do with his interview? Don can. I'm sure Don's big and ugly enough to take care of himself. Don can say to Chris, hey, you bang out of order there, mate. Back off. I'd say it. Oi, you're out of order, Chris, back off. If I thought he was out of order. So why does he need you to? What you saying, that Don can't look after himself? Well, if he can't protect himself from Chris, who's the same age as him, I don't understand why you're protecting Don, why you think Don can't protect himself. Seriously. He's a big guy. Look at him. Why are you dagging Chris? It doesn't make sense. Chris has got a lot of people that can help find Summer. I would be so grateful. I would give him every answer he needed. I would show him anything that he wanted, because I know he's one of the best of the best and he's going to find my kid. So dragging him down, oh, don't like the way he acted. Well, we don't like the way people act all the time. But if they get the end result, which is someone back safe and well, then it doesn't matter how they got there. If I was ripped apart and I was innocent and they ridiculed me and ripped me apart, I would say they're doing it so they can say, you're not involved, so they can drop me out, so then they can concentrate on other people who might have done it. But Don and Candice are putting so much crap into this that it's them that's making this world like this. It's Don and Candice, the way they talk, the way without knowing it, I think it's without knowing it, but Don's just thrown Candice under the bus, God knows how many times. Candice, oh, Chris made Candice look innocent. No, she didn't. Candice made Candice look innocent. Candice was the one that made people change their mind, not Chris. Chris said did exactly the same interview as he did with Don. It's just what Don said agitated people. What Candice said made them think. That's the difference.
Chris thinks I'm going to push Don's button. Don's going to call me to try and clarify things and say he's right, but no. Don is aware Chris is not a friend. Interviewer, Chris at this point is a cop on retired badges that wants to see him in prison. So
hold on. Why would Chris want to see Don in prison? What possible reason would Chris want Don in prison for? If Chris wanted Don in prison, believe me, Don would be in prison. Chris would find something on him and put him in prison. Like them charges with the gun, like the speeding charges that he admitted to. Sorting out the police officers that didn't arrest Don like they should have and took him off the streets at that time. So I don't understand. If Chris wanted, what possible reason would Chris want Don in prison? What? I can't understand it. Why would a guy who's trying to find a 5-year-old child want Don in prison for what's he going to gain from that? Oh, I see, because he's a YouTuber and he wants his channel to grow. So what are you doing on here then? Why are you talking about it? Is it to have your channel grow or not? I know I'm on here so I can have my channel grow, so we can do lots of mysteries and stuff because it's fun and a lot of people like it and they like me and I like them. So we all get together and in a world where we would normally not meet, we're meeting. And we're all going to be friends and we're all going to solve mysteries together and stuff. It makes that world a little bit better. And that's what yous are doing, right? Or yous doing it for your wedding money. And that's it. You're using Summer's disappearance for the wedding money. My channel's there, so when we have a mystery, we all can put our thoughts and feelings with no prejudice in there and what we think, and then see if it might help. See who's right and who's wrong, and who it might help, it might not help. But at least people have a say. They're frustrated. So on our channel, we talk. So what's your channel for then? If it's not for growing and not for clicks and likes, why did you put Don on? You knew that was going to bring your channel up, regardless whether it's bad or good. So are you not admitting to that then? So what you're saying is every YouTuber on here doesn't want to grow their channel with their subscribers. I know I do. I want to make friends and stuff because I'm autistic and I'm scared to talk to strangers out in the street. But I can talk to them on here and I don't feel so scared. I admit it. I want to find friends that I can talk to around the world because I'll never be able to travel with my condition.
he is not going to be taking calls or anything from him anymore.
Why is it that people like this are two-faced? Oh, I'm a lot better now, so you need to judge me now, not what I used to do before. Okay, so is your victims better? Did you give back what you took off your victims then? Regardless what your behaviour was. Whether it's beating your child up to robbing someone. Do you know robbing someone's house makes them feel like it's not their house no more and they'd have to move. They could have been brought up there and everything. So when you stop doing that and you want to help the police and that and help people afterwards, What about that victim that for the rest of their lives are on medication, sedation, and have to move from their lovely house because they can't no longer live there? What about the children that are scared in case the person comes back, the bad person, and breaks in again? But it's okay as long as you lot want to move on, yeah? You just want people to forget the past and move on. But it's not okay for your victims to have that right.
Absolutely not happening. I mean, that's our conversation since we've been talking, and again as of 25 minutes ago. So yes. The thing is when I first texted, when I found out, when Chris put out part 1, he goes, "We're gonna go through the house," and I texted him like, "Oh my God, what has she done? Like, what? Why are you doing that? Don't let that happen, you know." But it was already too late.
Why not? Why not let the world see the way you live? See, this is what gets me. Obviously, this lady, like I said, I don't know her much, but let's call her Mrs. Share, right? This lady, right, obviously is judging the way Don and Candice lives, and obviously knows that it's not nice because she wouldn't be worried if they lived in a palace. She wouldn't say, no, don't let him in your property, would she? So this is admitting that she knows that Don and Candice's property is very bad, in a bad situation, and bad for the children. And that's why she said, why did you do that? But if you had a nice home, she wouldn't say. If she thought Don and Candice had a nice home and didn't have a home that people would scoff at, I'd show you my home. I'm proud of it. I did it all myself from YouTube. If Chris wants to come and see, everyone's more than welcome, because I know that I did it all by myself and I did my best. And I know Guardian's safe. There's nothing on the floor for him to hurt himself. There's nothing around like that. It's all clean for him and he's happy. So for you to react like, oh my God, don't let him into your property, don't let them see the way you live. She's just admitted that it's no good the way they live, that she sees that. So why doesn't she just say that? Look, Don, Candice, don't let him into your property. Your property ain't the nicest one. It's too dangerous. They're going to judge you. People are going to judge the state of your house and that and the way it is and that. Don't do it. That would have been a better friend, in my eyes. If I had a friend like Don and Candice, which I wouldn't, not now, not ever, because my police officer wouldn't let me, and my safeguarding officer, my social worker. But if I did, the first thing I'd say to him is, guys, are you sure you want to bring that person in and they take photographs and a video of this house, considering it's in a really bad state? And the children live here. They're going to see how bad it is. I personally wouldn't, but it's up to you. But I'm just letting you know. But then again, if you were friends of Don and Candice, you would explain to them they're not being very good parents and maybe help them become good parents. That's what I would have done. If they would have said, I'd love to be a better parent, I'd say, right, here's some parental classes. But obviously, it must be different somewhere else then.
By the time we heard that, he had already done that interview, right? And he was editing to put up.
So that was his choice. So, oh, I get it. These guys are Don's lawyers. Or they're the investigators. They must be, because they're telling them what they can and can't do. They're not asking them, they're telling Don, block Chris. Don't do this, don't do that. So these must be their lawyers or or them detective people that's been with them from the start. Now it makes sense why they're telling Don and Candice what to do. I get that now. Right, so these are their lawyers and they know the law and stuff, and they're those private detectives that they've hired. It makes sense now. Okay.
Don had a simple response to me was, we have nothing to hide. Clearly, they didn't clean up anything. They didn't try to impress anyone.
Right, not one person has said, oh, Don, Candice, look, you didn't clean up, you're a scruff. What they said was, how can you be parents and leave your children live in a property that's dangerous? And Candice doesn't go to work all day. She looks physically healthy enough, so there's no excuse for that house to be that bad. Don works. That you can understand why he didn't clean up, because he's at work all the time trying to earn the money. But there's no need for the house to look like that. If you're the housekeeper and you're at home while your partner is at work, then the partner expects the house to be nice and for you to be able to make that safe for the children. But she doesn't think so. I don't think she thinks so. I don't know, guys. Let me know below. Do you think she thinks so? Does she think it's okay for children to live like that? Well, if it is, and she's a lawyer, why doesn't she go to CPS and say you can't take Don's boys away because they live a great life? If they believe that Don and Candice is keeping their children clean, fresh and safe and healthy, and their house is perfect, then why aren't they getting together in a group and going marching to get Don and Candice's sons back? Why don't they tell the CPS they're wrong and the police they're wrong? I don't understand. Why don't they have banners outside? Why don't they have a petition? I would. If my friend was being hurt and I knew that it was wrong, I'd have a petition. I'd have banners. I'd use my YouTube channel to help them get their boys back. If they were my friends, which they're not ever going to be, but I'm just saying, if Don and Candice were my friends, I would, if I thought they were innocent and their house was nice and good. But does she really believe that the children was okay in that house, in their area? Then, oh my God, does that mean their house could be that bad? And their children, if they've got any, have they got any children? Because if they have, I'd ask them, would you let your children stay at Don and Candice's house? Yeah, I'll ask yous. Voice behind the wall, Mr. and Mrs. Share. Would you leave your children in the care of Don and Candice's mum for a week in that house? Comment down below, please. Or anybody who says Don and Candice's house is fine and that the CPS taking the boys was wrong. Comment down below, please. Would you let your children stay in that house and let Don and Candice look after him for a week? And Candice's mum. Right now, with what you know. Could you please comment down below so I know? Because I'm telling the truth, I wouldn't. Not now. I know things.
Candace and Don, because he was aware of what was going on, they let everyone, knowing this was going to be filmed on YouTube, they let all of us go into their house as is. I don't think they have anything to hide. Or she might have been like, no, you can't go up there. Like,
you can't even find a toothpick in there. I didn't see a cleaning brush. Why? Because there was just too much stuff. Oh, sorry. They say they don't have much stuff. They haven't got a couch, but they've got a brand new Subaru. They've got a great big TV down in their room, but they've got little TVs in the main room. Just saying. Just saying.
I have to talk to Donnie first or whatnot, but no, it was, yep, let's go. You can go there.
That was a lie. Oh, she's lying now. Candy said, Chris said, can we go into your mum's trailer? And she said, no, my mum's got the key and it's in there. He said, can I see the tarpaulin? No, it's in the caravan. And then he said, oh, can we have a look at the shed? No. Then he said, can we go around the other way? And she went, no, come down this way. Look, at the end of the day, you might as well come down this way. You want to see the way we went, so you might as well come down. She was controlling Chris all the way through that, and Chris didn't say, no, actually, I want to go round. Chris just said, is it okay? He was being respectful all the way, in my opinion, in my eyes.
See, I need y'all's opinion. They were broke down. Don saying he pulled up and he knew she was gone. To me, makes perfect sense. He means that's when it really hit, but no one seems to get that. Yeah, I agree. Like, they're going over every little detail, but okay, he knows that.
Well, isn't that what it's supposed to happen? You go through every little detail, because a detail like Don saying the police was there in the early hours in the morning, as well as the red vehicle was there in the morning before he left, and then changing the story to, but we didn't know there was any red vehicles. It wasn't until this interview that we got told there was a red vehicle. To, yeah, the police officer was there. He got the man's number. I gave him done his battery because his battery was flat. But then I went on to work. So they could have got down to the hill, and at the bottom, they went to turn around, and the car stalled again, and the battery was just too damaged. It's a Subaru, remember, versus an old red truck. It probably burnt out the battery or the charging part. So they might have parked it there till they could get someone to come and pick it up. But Don forgot to mention that, didn't he? But that's okay.
Candace and the boys have been searching the house. So when he gets there, he doesn't go right to the house. He goes down to the creek because he's figured, well, they've already searched the house. I'm going to go check here first. And then he gets down there. He sees people already down there looking, and then that's when it hits him. It's like, shit, she really is gone. Like, I totally get that, but I don't know. Tanya, yeah, well said. They're human beings. Let's give them the benefit. That's just it. Yeah, like this whole.
Did Don or Candice treat their victims? That includes their children with thought and respect. Did they give them a chance to be safe in their environment? Just saying. You're saying we should give Don and Candice a break, the human beings, give them benefit of the doubt. But did they give benefit of the doubt to the children? When Candice gave that 15-year-old Hunter alcohol and smokes and drugs, and he's underage, his body's developing, and she could damage him for a long time as he's growing. From 15 to 21, he's growing, his body's growing, his lungs growing, his mind's growing. So she's giving him weed and alcohol and stuff like that. Isn't she not determining his future? Not giving him a chance to have a good future? Just saying.
Concept of innocent till proven guilty is very, very.
But they are guilty. He's guilty of drug running. Both him and Candice are guilty because they have criminal records. So that means if they've got criminal records, it means they've got victims. So they are guilty. Are they guilty of this crime? Who knows? Nobody's knows that yet. Are they guilty of making victims in society? Yes, they are. Because they've both been to prison for it. So they are guilty. So they're proven guilty.
It's not you.
Are they guilty being bad parents? Yes. Are they guilty spending £600 on a Subaru instead of £600 a month on having safety in their kids? Fixing the home so they've all got a bedroom each? Just saying.
It's like we're all guilty of that, but
Mandy.
like we're just trying to be objective. We're not saying that we know that.
Oh, because that's the way I see you saying it. According to yous, you're saying Candice and Don are innocent, Candice and Don didn't do this, Candice and Don. So that's why I thought yous were experts and stuff. Because not once in my videos do you hear Candice and Don did this. What you hear is they could have and they might not have. But I'm not sucking around Don's butt by telling people you can't say anything to him, you can't make him upset, you should give him the benefit of the doubt. Chris gave him the benefit of the doubt. Chris hardly spoke in that interview. Guys, all my subscribers, go over and count how many times Chris did and the words he used, how many words compared to Don. If you look at the interview, Don had 99.9% of that interview speaking and Chris only did a little bit of speaking. Have a look. You can count the words.
Don and Candace are innocent. We don't know what happened.
He absolutely, yes, he misrepresented. So do you think...
He misrepresented what? Why is everyone having to go with Chris? I don't get it. He misrepresented what? I am here, brother, to find your daughter. I don't want to speak about the boys. I just want to speak about Summer. It's important we concentrate on finding Summer. Where's the trick? What did he think he was there for? A cup of coffee and a smoke? Did he, expect Chris to say, here, have a beer with me. Let's be best friends. I don't understand. Chris is there as a professional. Just because he's retired doesn't mean he's forgotten his professionalism. He's a professional. He's there to find your kid. And I would give my guts. I would be on my knees saying, please, please use every power you've got, everything you've got. Do anything in your power to find my child. And I wouldn't care if he ridiculed me. I wouldn't care if people were saying stuff, because if it wasn't true, then it wouldn't bother me. It'd be like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't bother you unless you're lying. It doesn't bother you unless someone's coming up to the truth. It's like when you get these gay bashers and stuff, and people that are saying about gay men, they make me sick. And no, it's because you're scared, because they're showing you who you are. I'm a man's man. I sleep with women, blah, 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 blah. Well, why would you say that? Why would you need to say that? You wouldn't need to prove that. You would just say, oh, look, each to their own. I say, if people say to people, oh, that's a gay guy, and it goes, well, what's it to you? You going to sleep with him? No. So then what's it to you what he sleeps with and who he sleeps with? Unless you're sleeping with the person or you want to sleep with the person, then it's nothing to do with us who they love, as long as they love. That's my opinion in the world. But these say, don't assume. Give him benefit of the doubt. Well, give Chris benefit of the doubt then. You're not making sense. 1 minute you're saying, oh, give Don and Candice the benefit of the doubt, but then you're not giving Chris the benefit of the doubt that he knows what he's doing. And I'm not a Chris fan neither. I don't know the geezer neither. I just watched his interviews. That's it.
Like, I just want you to picture it, okay? Picture the conversations with Don and Chris. Do you think that the way that Chris is talking and acting now is what he portrayed to Candace and Don
Yes.
to get those interviews?
Yes.
No.
Hell no.
Yes.
I can vouch for that. It's a hell no. Chris acted like a friend who was coming in.
No, he didn't. He said, I am here, brother, to find your daughter. He told people his credentials, what he's got under his belt, what he does. He trains people around the world to become better police officers, to find more and more missing people. What's your credentials? I don't understand. You're judging someone that knows their stuff, and then you're portraying like you know what Chris was thinking. Does that make you a professional then? So do you understand these professional police officers? Because not making sense to me. So do you know Chris then? Do you know, like, is he like a bad police officer? Has he hurt people? Has he not found missing people? Is he, say it. But I don't understand. You're going up against a professional who has loads and loads of things under his belt, including knows what he's talking about, including knows what he's doing, compared to us who don't. So are you one of them police officers? Have you been trained by Chris? Do you know of Chris's stuff? How much he's achieved and what he hasn't achieved? Is he telling the truth? Explain it. Are you an expert in knowing police officers like Chris? I don't understand. How do you know what Chris is thinking about and doing? How do you know that? What gives you the credentials to know that when he's telling you he's not doing that? He's not told Don and Candice, we're best friends. Let's go and have a coffee and something to eat together. He's from Hawaii, so they all call each other brother. Like I go mate. Doesn't mean you're my friend.
To try and help with Summer. And because they want anything.
Try and help. He is helping. And at the end of this, you can't judge anybody till the end of this. That's my opinion. Guys, listen, right? My opinion is keep listening, keep thinking, say what you need to say, ask the questions you need to ask, and then wait and see. I don't judge anyone, unless I see it first. And I see that Don and Candice, bad parenting. So I'm going to judge them on that. And that's what I am doing.
To do to help Summer, they allowed a veteran detective and a homicide detective, a TV detective. I call him now a motorhome detective.
He's not a TV detective and he's not a motorhome detective. He's a real detective that's retired. He's real. He hasn't spent all them years doing a dangerous job just for people to sit there and say, oh, he's a TV detective. No, he's not. He's far from. And I think that's wrong. He served your country. He kept people safe. He saved people's lives. He got shot at.
Because it's funny. But I mean.
Oh, of course it's funny.
No, that's clearly. Because would you? If someone was talking to you and acting the way Chris is against Don, would you let him in?
Yes, because I've got nothing to hide. So if I saw him treating Don and Candice like that, I'd be like, cool, he'll be able to get the truth. Yeah, I'll come and say, because I'm innocent.
Would you? No, hell no.
Of course I would. You might not. So what have you got hiding? I got nothing to hide. I open all my doors and closets. There's nothing nobody knows about me. I've got nothing to hide.
Wolf in sheep's clothing is right.
Wolf in sheep's, like he's the criminal, like he's the one that took Summer. Seriously, is that going to be the next thing now that these two are going to say that Chris has took Summer because he wants more clicks? He doesn't need this YouTube channel. He does it to help people and make people understand that he's coming for them so they won't do anything bad. Well, that's what I got anyway.
And you know that's him being a cop. You know that's in his.
Oh, here we go. If Chris was a normal cop, if it was in his nature, then I tell you something. If every cop was like Chris and the people he knows, then I'd feel much safer in the world. I would. What about you guys?
Nature. And you know, if it comes down that he's right and it leads to an arrest, then I'll be the first to say good job.
Oh, that's big of you. Well, that's it now. He's going to do a brilliant job because you're going to tell him good job.
But I just looking at it now, I don't like it. Not.
You don't like what? He's interviewing parents who have just lost their child. He's trying to get the truth. It ain't pretty. Nothing about this is pretty. It's not a cartoon. This is real life. If you don't like it, step back. Don't watch it.
I'm gonna go on and bash the guy and get in a big fight with his supporters and stuff like that.
Chris ain't got no supporters. Summer's got the supporters. Everybody on here is Summer's supporter. It wants Summer found. Wants Summer not only found, but hopefully safe. But will be willing to do anything to get that to happen. Anything. Keep her in the limelight. Everybody's doing their bit to keep Summer alive until she can be found. And I mean not alive as in human alive. I mean alive as in so they don't forget her and she doesn't just disappear like her Aunt Rose. If you don't like that, then stay away.
People have been saying some nasty stuff about Sharon, about me, and well, I mean, see what.
But is the nasty stuff true or not? Say it. Is it true or not?
Whatever you want about me, I could care less. Just don't like when Cher gets upset.
So show people that you're innocent then. So if someone says something or accuses you of something, say, nah, you got it wrong. And tell them that. I would. If someone accused me of something, I'd say, nah, mate, you got it wrong. Never mind. Try again. That's what I would say anyway.
Yeah, it gets to me when it's a lot. I can take a few comments here and there, but...
But they're not comments. If people are accusing you of stuff, they're accusing you. So you need to tell them, where did you get that information from? Because it's not true. Or this is what happened. Or, well, some of it's true, but this ain't true. Or get Chris. Call Chris and say, hey, Chris, can you help me find out? Here's my name and that. Here's my past. Can you find stuff and get records and show people your records and that then? That's what I would do, but I ain't got none. Because I've never been arrested. Because why? Because I don't do bad things.
All of a sudden, it's bad today. So, and I'm like, whatever. Oh. I believe Don's gonna run into town, I think. I was just gonna have him say a hello.
Guys. Who's this? Who's this? Who is it? Who's this? It's... Alexa, put my light on. It's
Okay.
Guardian. You come to say hello? What? What are you looking at? What is it? What you want? What? You gonna argue with me today? Are you upset with me? You are? What did I do? What did I do so bad? You love me, really? Yes, you do. You love me, really? Yeah. Just say, I love you, Mummy. Thank you. You love me. I love you too. What are you after? Let me just finish this off and then I'll get you a treat. How's that? That fair? I'll get you some cheese in a minute. Yeah? You stay there till Mummy finishes this off. Good boy. Right, guys. Now we've had enough of the cute look. Let's get back onto it. Right, Alexa, switch my light off. Alexa, switch my light off.
Okay.
I don't know. She's just like having a wife. She never listens to me and always tells me off. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Everybody, because he thinks it's important to connect with the supporters, but I guess he's going to run into town and he'll either call in or he might just hop on just to say hello, but we're not going to ask him any questions. I think tonight is just...
Guys, what do they mean, supporters of Don? What does that mean? I don't understand. Aren't we supporting Summer? Aren't we supporting the people who are going to save Summer and find Summer? Aren't we supporting all those people that are damaging their legs and volunteering and coming away from their families to find Summer for free? Ain't that who we're supposed to support? Or does Don want everyone to support him? For what reason? What does he need support for? I mean, I understand he might need a back support because his posture's not very good when he walks. But what other support did he need?
Him to, hi everyone, how you doing, kind of thing, and let him get back to Candace is having a rough time. So, understandably. Mama!
Oh, hey, Mama.
Yeah, adult bullies behind a keyboard. It's okay. I mean, it's kind of one of the reasons how Don, Candace, and I, like, we can, like, I don't want to say, is bond the right word? We understand each other because, I mean, he's under attack and I get attacked all the time. In fact, he was like, are you sure you want to help me? Because I'm getting attacked very bad.
Wait. They are. Ah, so they're his solicitors and they're the investigators. She just said it. Are you sure you want to help me? So they're helping him find Summer. Ah, well, that's good of him, isn't it, guys? Should give him a round of applause for that. That's good of him, not charging him and helping him find Summer. That's pretty good, that. They're not bad people then, are they?
Right now, and I would hate for you to go through what I'm going through. And I said, oh, Mr. Wells, you have no idea. I'm already probably not on his level of attack, but I told him I'm no stranger to being attacked and let's go for it. So. Sure, Samantha. That's too bad.
No, Lily, she has multiple times. You guys just won't listen.
We bully the heck out of Chris. Well, here's the thing, Jen. You're allowed. You can say that. I've actually said Chris has done a little good. He humanized Candace.
He didn't humanize Candace. Candace humanized Candace. Chris didn't say much. Candace was the one that's saying, no, come down here. When Chris said she would go around, she was saying, no, come down here. He was just following her, asking the simple questions. I'm not understanding why you've got a bad thing about this guy, Chris. I've watched the interviews and I don't see anything what you're saying. I see a guy asking questions to find out a timeline so he can help find their daughter and bring her home. And the quicker he does it and the quicker they speak to him, the better chance of finding someone alive, ain't it? That's what I'm getting. Maybe my autism is like way whacked out here and I'm a bit confused. But I don't understand. One minute these people sound like the investigators and the police officers also in, or solicitors. And the next minute, they're bashing people, but they're saying you're not allowed to bash. So you're not allowed to bash, but they're allowed to. But that's not fair.
But the thing is he is now a YouTuber. He's making himself this big YouTuber public person. He's doing panels with other people, right?
Yeah, so we can learn and understand what's going on by professionals that we wouldn't normally meet. Right, guys? That's what I thought.
He's doing discords. He's shouting out other channels and backing other channels who are doxing other creators and actually.
Alexa, what does doxing mean?
Doxing is a form of the verb dox, which is usually defined as to publish the private personal information of another person or reveal the identity of an online poster without the consent of that individual.
Alexa, is doxing illegal in America?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, neither do I. Do you guys know?
Entertaining drama and a part of the drama on the side, which is really.
This isn't entertainment or drama. This is a 5-year-old child that's missing. And the only way everybody can see the evidence and what people are doing is on YouTube. Why do people keep blaming YouTube? Why do they think YouTube's a bad thing? It's only the people on it using YouTube's bad. Not YouTube's not bad. Well, I don't think.
Interesting. So on my platform, if I don't like what I am hearing, I think I have the okay to go ahead and say something. I'm not bashing him really, but I am saying my piece. I'm commentary on my thoughts and opinions, and because
Which is your right to.
I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to have, like you said, Kat, and if you don't like the content.
But why don't you think it's right? You're saying you don't think it's right, but you're not giving us a reason why. Give us a reason why. Why do you think Chris doing what he's doing to find the baby quicker because everyone else is just going round in circles? Why is it bad? Why don't you think it's good what he's doing? How would you take an investigation? How would you interview and find the child and not just go round in circles asking the same questions? How would you do it to see if someone was telling the truth or not? I'd be interested if you guys want to talk.
Like, we used to be cool, but if you're not liking it, I'm just not the channel for you anymore, and that's okay.
But you have a right to say what you need to say, and you have a right of freedom of speech. But so does everyone else. But you keep blocking them, and that's not fair. You won't allow them to have their voice and to answer you back. That's not fair.
He may have humanized Candace, but he turned right around next day. Yes, and in fact,
Candace humanized herself. Chris didn't do anything different from Candace's interview to Don's interview. Nothing. He didn't change his demeanor. He didn't change his voice. He didn't act different. He acted exactly the same. The only difference is he didn't call Candace brother. It's the only difference.
I've had a lot of people come to me and tell me that he's like on the side trying to convince people to have Candace turn on.
What reason would Chris, and how much time has Chris actually got on his hands? Because as far as I'm aware, they're all very busy. So I don't understand, where's Chris getting all this time from to try and get Candace to turn against Don, to put Don in prison? What? How would that bring the baby back? I mean, if he's saying, well, Candace is saying one thing and Don's saying the other, but that's the truth. That's what's happening here. Don is giving his version, Candace is giving their version, and nothing fits. Hunter's giving his version, Ali's giving her version, and nothing fits. So he has to find the in-between links. He said it himself. To make the chain, you need to find all the links. And some links will be bent outwards and you need to put a bit of pressure on to make the link go. But he can do that. He's a professional. And if Don don't like it, Don say, I'm not answering that question. That was his right. If he said to Chris, I'm not answering that question, Chris go, all right, brother, no problem. It was Candice and the way she behaved in that interview and what she talked about that made people humanise Candice. Candice did. Don, admitting to everything and everything like that, did most of the talking on both channels, did most of the talking. Just saying.
And Dawn, so, and saying that she can get her boys back if she turns.
Oh, by the way, I want you to listen to this bit because I want to know if this is true or not. Because if it's true, then it's bang out of order. You can get, if Chris turned round to Candice and said, you can get your boys back if you put Don in it. If that's true, then boy, Chris, are you in trouble? That's nasty. That ain't right. So I'm asking Mrs. Shea to prove that, please. Could you send me proof? Or could you put it in the comments, a video or a voice recording of proof of Chris saying that to Candice, please? Because if he did, that's wrong and he should not be allowed to do that. That's wrong. Because it's not true. Candice was the mother, was the main carer. Don was out every morning and didn't get back to a night. So it was Candice's job to keep them safe. So it's not true. So if you guys could please voice behind the wall, Mr. and Mrs. Share, if you can give me evidence or put it in or show us evidence on your channel that Chris did that, then that's nasty and Chris shouldn't have done that. And I'll tell him. Not that he'd care, but I would tell him. And I think that's wrong, don't you think, guys, if Chris did say that? But we need proof of that because that's a serious accusation. Accusation. That's serious, what you said.
Yes, and in fact, I've had a lot of people come to me and tell me that he's like on the side trying to convince people to have Candice turn on Dawn. So, and saying that she can get her boys back if she turns Dawn in. And it's sick, and people are doing this, and Candice is like, I want it to stop.
Hold on a minute. Chris has always said, I don't want you people to send to his subscribers and people that are watching. He says it very clearly and every time. Please don't go over there and attack anybody. Please do not do anything. Be kind to each other. That's what he says. So could you please show us proof about what you've just accused a man of that many years of credibility? You've just accused him of something really bad. The least you could do is prove it, right? That's serious. If he did, oh my God, he'd be in serious trouble. I won't watch him anymore. That's wrong to do that.
And yeah, it's just bad. Like, Candice says she is okay, and I believe her.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I'm just gonna put the slow chat on because it's going kind of fast.
Oh. I'm going to...
Why is there so much shade in the comments of our host? It's just when you have two people two YouTubers who disagree, their followers feel it's necessary to do that. I don't know.
Well, this certain creator actually encouraged it.
One, yeah.
This one creator encouraged it. They put personal information on.
Okay. If this creator put personal information on about someone, that is illegal, and that YouTube should be notified. Number two, I don't think Chris would encourage anyone to break rules or laws when he is a goddamn police officer of the law himself. And he's never broke the law in his life. You might have, I don't know yet. We have to wait for the evidence of that. But Chris, as far as I'm aware, is never broke the law. So therefore, why would he break the law now? Why would he encourage people to do that, knowing the fact that this could jeopardize finding Summer? The whole point of him being here is to find Summer. So all these little things that people keep saying, you keep saying that Chris is doing, we need to see the evidence, please. Because then that means, if he is doing it, then that means that he's not concentrating on Summer. He's concentrating on just getting his YouTube channel up, and that'll be your proof. So please, this is very serious. If he is doing that and he is giving people's names and stuff, you need to show proof, please. I would much appreciate it.
Their banners and actually told his subscribers to go and start blowing us up. So he said
that's
all
actually...
of the Don supporters deserve to be blown up. So here's their personal.
What do you mean, Don supporters? Don isn't a football. It's not a football team. He's not a rugby team. He's not an American football team. He's not a tennis player. What do you mean supporters? He's not like a film star or anything. What supporters? People are supporting Summer and finding Summer, and they're supporting people who are helping to find Summer the way they feel it should be done. If they don't feel it should be done that way, then you just don't watch the creators, right? But if you're accusing people, then please show the proof. Because before I accuse anybody, people have told me, like this lady has got a lot of bad in her past, so I'm getting the proof first, and I'm going to see. I'm not going to show her name, address, or anything like that, because that's wrong. But I would show proof and say, yep, you're right. And then if she turns around and says, actually, it's a lie, and I'll go, right, and I will email her the proof. And say, look, this is the proof I got. This is the record I got. Is this you? Yeah or no? Is that your picture? Yeah or no? I wouldn't put it out in public. I would just say I've got the proof, and if I email you the proof, you can tell people, yes, you've seen the proof, and it's definitely I'm telling the truth. And that way, that's fair is fair, isn't it?
Emails and that. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
And for any of you who have channels, that's a big YouTube no-no.
Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble.
That's actually a call to action, which is under hate speech.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, he could possibly get in a lot of trouble for
Major
that.
It couldn't possibly, you would.
Violations as well when you share personal emailed people's addresses.
True, that's very true. But it's also against on hate speech when you say something about someone and you don't have the evidence or proof to back it up. That's why you don't say nothing until you've got it. That's why I'm not saying anything until I got it. People have told me a lot of things, so I'm going to find it out first. Once I find out the evidence, I will email Mr. and Mrs. Share, and I will show them and say, is this true? Is this you? And I say, could you go on one of your streams and that? And because then I won't tell people, just say, yeah, Chip knows and she's telling the truth. And then I can say to them in a nice way, it's true what you say or it isn't true. If that's okay. please? Could you show the evidence that Chris is doing all this, please? And could you tell us who the YouTuber is who's putting names out? Because you're right, that's very nasty and very bad. But can you not say, no, we can't? Can you please put the YouTube, please, of the person who's done this? And could you please put proof that Chris has made him do it? I would much appreciate that, as you've just accused people. I'm not accusing Don or Candice or anybody of anything unless there's evidence. And there's evidence they're bad parents. Very bad. What I've said has all got evidence to it in respect of accusing someone. But my channel's not accused anybody of anything. And you're the one that's accusing again. You've just accused Chris of giving someone. So I need the proof, please. Me and my subscribers would like the evidence of what you've just said. Because it's also hate speech when you're saying something that's not true. So if it is true, can you show us the evidence, please, on your channel? Don't send it to me. Put it on your channel, the evidence. I would much appreciate that.
Not to mention, that's just, I mean, I'm not trying to talk down to women, but
here we
a
go.
man is not supposed to do petty shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Women aren't supposed to do it, neither. Nobody's supposed to hurt anybody. Children are supposed to grow up safe and secure. A village is supposed to... They always say, don't they? It takes a village to bring up children. So that means that everybody helps to bring up the child. Right? What is it? Men's not allowed to bitch. Men's not allowed... What do you mean? Men aren't allowed to sleep with their 5-year-old daughters after being accused of touching their 5-year-old sister when they were 12. But that's okay according to you, yeah? Is it? Guys, you're making Crystal look like a monster. Could we please have evidence? Could you do a video, a YouTube video of all the evidence to that effect of what you've said about what Chris is doing, please? And where you're getting the information from. You don't need to give out names and that. Just proof. Because you're the ones accused him of so much. Don't send it to my channel. Why don't you put it out? Do a YouTube video of what you said. Contact Chris and tell him. You're not allowed to do this. You're being very bad. You're putting people up and see what he's got to say. Interview him. I'm sure Chris will come on and talk to you. Interview him. Say, hey, Chris, from the interview room, would you like to come on and explain, because this YouTuber is saying that you told him to do this. Give him a chance. You're saying give Don and Candice a chance. Innocent till proven guilty. But you're saying he's guilty without no proof. I don't understand. I'm confused at you guys, what you stand for. Innocent till proven guilty. Treating someone as a human being. Oh, so it's okay for Dom, but not for anyone else. And Candice. I'm not understanding this. Can my subscribers explain this to me? Because I'm totally confused. They're saying innocent till proven guilty. They're saying that Chris is sending things out in people's names and stuff, but there's no proof. They're saying he's doing all these bad things. So we would like proof, please. A video or something. And maybe get Chris on to answer your questions. Why not? You got Don on and he's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. Why are you saying that Chris is guilty of it? Why aren't you saying allegedly? That's the word people use when it's not. It might be true and it might not be. So I'm calling you out. Will you guys please put up a video of all this evidence that you're accusing Chris of, please, because it's not right. If he is doing that, telling Candice that she can get her boys back, that he can manipulate that, that's wrong and illegal. If he is making people go onto your YouTube channel and call you names and that, that's wrong, and that should be stopped. And if he is definitely getting other YouTube channels and other creators to put out names and addresses and that, then he should be done for that. And you guys are right, he should be done. But you need proof. You've just accused him and you need proof. And you've just not long said 5 minutes ago that Don and Candice should be innocent till proven guilty. So obviously you've got the proof of him being guilty. Could we see it, please? On your channel, could you make a video of it, please?
We're just not.
Or you're gonna use excuses on why you can't, because it's not innocent till proven guilty. It's people like Don and Candice we should stick with. Is that what you're saying here? If not, then you will prove it. Right, guys? Or am I being so wrong?
Yes, Hidayna. Absolutely. That's how I feel. I think he's trying to make a name for himself.
He doesn't need to make a name for himself. He's a worldwide renowned teacher of large police forces around the world, including the UK. He's going to make a name for himself by stopping Don and Candice and putting Don into jail. What is Don? The West? I mean, Don, I'm afraid to say, Don, if you're listening, I'm afraid to say you ain't that a bigger deal, mate. You ain't.
I don't know. Maybe he would. I really feel like. I don't know if he's trying to be a part of this arrest or what. He ended so he.
He wants to be a part of finding Summer. He wants to use his skills that he's learnt all these years and that he's been teaching to find Summer. What part of that can't people get through their head? Well, these two get through their heads, guys. He wants to find Summer just like us. So bad. This isn't about making himself famous. Because it isn't about me making myself famous. I want to keep Summer alive, and the only reason why I chose Summer because she reminded me of me as a kid, number one, and number two, she already lost her auntie and her auntie's not been found for 12 years. It's not fair for another one to be missing all these years. So my crew are going to keep Summer in the picture until, and not stop until she's found. Or justice is done one way or the other, and proper justice as well, the right people. Please, please, please show us the evidence of what you've just accused Chris of, please.
He ends his thing with, we're working with law enforcement, or whatever he says. We are working with.
We're all working with law enforcement. All of us are. We work with them when we keep out their way so they can do their job. We work with them when a neighbour or someone calls and says, you might be looking for this person. That's the point. We're all working towards bringing Summer home. It's not just Chris, it's all of us. We're all praying. We're all hoping. We all want this little girl to be safe. And most of us in our hearts are hoping someone took her, or Don gave her to someone who wanted kids and is going to look after her and make her feel good. And she's going to be brought up as the beautiful princess she is. That's what we're all secretly hoping for. But we don't want to say that because we'll get in trouble.
Along with them or whatever, and helping them with this investigation. But you're all over YouTube incriminating and trying to coerce confessions and stuff with him.
Hold on. Alexa, what does incriminating mean?
Incriminating is a form of the verb incriminate, which is usually defined as to accuse of or present proof of a crime or fault. For more, Ask me to give you more definitions for incriminate.
Did you hear that? When did Chris do that? Did I miss something? Oh, my autism's worse than I thought. My learning difficulties are worse than I thought they were. I thought I was doing really good. I really did. I thought I was understanding really good. Because my care workers have been helping me, but I thought I was understanding really well. So what, can anyone tell us, actually, can you do a video, please, voice behind the wall? Could you do a video, please, and show us the proof that they did that in the interviews? Because what I saw was he said a few words and then kept his mouth shut, and then Don and Candice said most of the words. They took the interview. I thought I understood that. I must be really bad. Maybe I should stop, because I thought I understood that very clear, that Chris asked them a few questions, but Don and Candice talked. Don talks more than Candice, and Candice told Chris where to go, when to go, how to go, do things like with the dogs and stuff. Don't move, don't go down, get up there, watch your step, go down here. I never saw Chris ever forcing the issue. And even when she said he couldn't go into the shed and he couldn't go into Grandma's caravan, he didn't say you have to. Not that we saw. But if you've got evidence he did that, please show us. I would much appreciate it.
I've never seen anything like it. So you're helping with an investigation, but then you're airing it all on YouTube? I'm sorry.
He's not. He said he wasn't. He said he's got loads, but he's not airing all of it on YouTube, that he's kept some back. I'm sure he did. Guys, help me out here. He did, didn't he? Chris said he's got loads, but he has to take names out. He's going to bleep and it go quiet, because not everything is, some things are for the investigation and it might affect the investigation. That's what he said, ain't it? Am I going nuts here? Come on, guys, help me out, please. Come on, my subscribers, back me up on this. Voices Behind the Wall, please. Please give us the evidence. Do a video of this. Show us what you see.
Mr. Chris,
I try to be, Debbie.
Dirty cop. When I see one, you're a
He's not dirty, he's clean. Don's dirty, Candice is dirty. They didn't even let the kids be dirty. But he's clean, and his dog's clean. He has his hair cut, he has a nice clean shirt on. What do you mean dirty? He's clean.
dirty cop. Just ask the Crow family. And by the way, I've reached out to them. They might want to talk.
Oh, that would be a good one.
It's going to be a good one. Talk about how all of the way...
How's the Crow family? Have they got something to do with Summer? Oh, they know something about Summer. Cool. Hey, they could help, couldn't they? They could help. Oh, that's good. I'm looking forward to that. They can help find Summer then. Oh, brilliant. Hey, these aren't bad people after all, are they, guys? I mean, they're getting this Crow family to help Summer. That's really good.
Is their 14-year-old son and the 12-year-old and another 14-year-old boy were screwed over by Mr. Chris. The very man...
Oh. What does it... Alexa, what does screwed over mean?
The adjective screwed is usually defined as fastened with screws. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for screwed.
Give over! You're trying to tell us that Chris used screws on little kids when he's trying to save little kids' lives?
who locks up and takes away people's children and tries to imprisonate them for life and then helps find missing children. I don't know. Just gonna throw that out there.
Mm.
I don't have to like him. I don't like him. I don't like anything I see.
So she's saying that Chris takes innocent children away. That's not nice. Could you please show us proof that the parents are innocent and they take the children away? Could you show us that and show us that he told Candice that he could get her boys back if she puts Don under the bus, please? I would much appreciate that video because I'm all confused. I don't understand. I thought Chris was a good guy and that he was here to find Summer. And this Crow family, does it mean they got the answers to where Summer is then?
Mm-mm.
You got all our links in the description.
Yes.
Yeah, Tecumseh, if you look in the description.
Right, guys, going on a bit too long. So I'm going to leave it there. If Mr. and Mrs. Shares watching, could you please show us the proof of what you've said on your stream? Because it's very important, because there's a few laws being broken. And if he's like using screws to hurt children, then he should be told, okay? And could you show us all the proof that you said about Chris, please? I would, and don't put it on my channel, put it on your channel so we can see it. I would much appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Okay, guys, look after each other, stay safe, and I'll catch you in a while, crocodile.